The most powerful weapon the United States uses today is not a missile, a tank, or a nuclear bomb. It is something far more effective, far more dangerous, and far less visible. It is control without war. For decades, America has learned how to dominate the world without sending its soldiers into battle. While the public focuses on bombs and battlefields, real power now operates quietly, inside banks, trade routes, technology networks, and political alliances. This is how modern empires survive, not through invasion, but through influence. At the center of this system is the US dollar. Nearly every country on Earth depends on the dollar to trade, to buy oil, to pay debts, and to stabilize its economy. Even nations that openly oppose the United States still rely on the dollar to function. This gives America an unmatched advantage. When the dollar moves, the world feels it. When access to the dollar is restricted, entire economies begin to collapse. The United States does not need to destroy a country's military to defeat it. It only needs to restrict its access to money. This is why sanctions are so powerful. A country placed under U.S. sanctions can lose access to global banking systems, foreign investments, and international trade almost overnight. Inflation rises, jobs disappear, governments struggle to pay their people. Public anger grows, and political pressure intensifies from within. Sanctions turn a country's own population into the battlefield. But money is only one layer of control. Another is alliances. America does not stand alone. It leads a network of allies spread across the globe: NATO, military partners in Asia, intelligence-sharing coalitions, and economic blocs. These alliances allow the United States to project power without appearing to act alone. When pressure is applied, it looks collective. When consequences arrive, responsibility is shared. This makes resistance difficult. A country facing the United States is rarely facing only the United States. It is often facing a coordinated response from multiple powerful nations at once. Trade restrictions, diplomatic isolation, military presence near borders, intelligence operations, media narratives, all moving together. Then there is technology. The modern world runs on American-designed systems: financial software, operating systems, cloud infrastructure, satellites, GPS, internet architecture. Much of the global digital backbone either belongs to the United States or depends on American approval to function. Access can be granted, limited, or revoked. This means control over information, communication, and surveillance. A government that loses access to critical technology loses efficiency, coordination, and sometimes even security. Modern warfare is no longer just physical, it is digital. And in the digital realm, America holds enormous leverage. Intelligence agencies play a role that is rarely visible but deeply influential. Rather than overthrow governments openly, modern intelligence operations focus on shaping outcomes, influencing elections, supporting favorable leaders, undermining hostile ones, gathering data, creating pressure quietly. The goal is not chaos, it is alignment. A country that aligns with American interests is supported. A country that resists finds itself isolated, sanctioned, pressured, and weakened from within. This system allows the United States to avoid long, costly wars. Soldiers do not come home in coffins. Cities are not destroyed on television screens. Yet the results can be just as decisive. Governments fall, policies change, economies realign. Wars are won before they begin. This is why many conflicts today never become full-scale wars. The fight happens behind the scenes, through trade deals, currency manipulation, supply chains, energy dependence, arms sales, diplomatic pressure. Oil and energy remain critical pieces of the puzzle. The United States may not control all energy supplies, but it controls much of the system through which energy is traded: pricing, shipping routes, insurance, financial settlements. Countries that challenge this system risk instability. Countries that cooperate gain protection and access. This creates a global order where power is maintained not through constant violence, but through constant leverage. However, this system is not without cracks. Some nations are trying to escape dollar dependence. New trade agreements are forming. Alternative payment systems are being tested. Regional alliances are strengthening outside American influence. The world is slowly moving toward a more multipolar structure. This is where the real tension lies. America's greatest strength, its invisible control, is also its greatest vulnerability. If enough countries successfully break away, the system weakens. That is why trade influence, technology dominance, and alliance management have become top priorities for U.S. leadership. The future battles will not look like the wars of the past. They will be quiet, financial, digital, strategic. No declarations, no clear beginnings, no obvious endings. Just pressure, leverage, and control. And most people will never notice it happening. Because the most powerful empires are not built on constant war. They are built on systems that make war unnecessary. This is how America controls the world without fighting wars. And in the coming years, as global power shifts and new challengers rise, this invisible battlefield will decide who truly rules the future.